headline can make you angry in 3 seconds. It can make you hit share in 5. It can make you pick a side in 10. Across this whole arc, we've asked who owns the news, who pays for it, who's trying to build something different, but none of that decides what happens next. That part is up to you. So, what do you actually do with a headline? This isn't about becoming someone who fact checks every single thing you read. That's exhausting. And honestly, nobody actually does it. It's one smaller, more useful skill: creating a pause, a small gap between receiving information and deciding what you think about it. And before any of the checks we're about to walk through, there's a question underneath all of them. What is this headline actually claiming? Not what it's making you feel. What specifically is it saying happened? Separate that from the article underneath it. Sometimes they match exactly. Often, they don't quite. The first check is fast. Who's telling you this? Not just the name on the channel. Who owns it, and does this story touch their other interests? You already know how to check this from 2 episodes ago. It takes about 10 seconds and one search. The second check might be the single most useful habit in this whole episode, because it's the easiest one to actually do. When was this published? Forwards, strip out dates. Screenshots, strip out context. A photo from 4 years ago gets recirculated as breaking news more often than you'd think. One question: wait, when did this actually happen? Catches an enormous amount of misinformation before it even needs fact-checking. The third check: why is this being presented this way? Does the headline match what the article actually says? Or is it built to keep you scrolling for 6 more seconds? You already know this one too, from the episode before that. Outlets under pressure to chase attention write differently than outlets that don't need to. The fourth check is the one worth slowing down for, because it's easy to do badly. 3 headlines saying the same thing is not the same as 3 sources confirming it. If 3 websites are all repeating the same wire report or the same press release, you haven't corroborated anything. You've just found the same claim, copied 3 times. Real corroboration looks different. A separate newsroom, investigating independently, a dedicated fact-checking organization, examining the underlying claim on its own terms. A primary document or official data set that exists apart from any single outlet's coverage. India has organizations whose entire job is exactly this: investigating claims circulating online. Alt News and Boom are 2 examples. The point isn't to swap one authority for another. Trust them instead of the original channel. It's to use an independent method to check the original claim yourself. And then there's the hardest source to check: yourself. Does this confirm something I already believed? What would actually change my mind? That's it. You already know this. We spent 4 episodes on exactly this question, back in the Critical Thinking series. There's a 6th possible answer here, and it's more powerful than the other 5 put together. I don't know enough yet. That's not indecision. It's not weakness. In a world where you can form an opinion in 10 seconds, choosing to wait one more day for more information is an act of discipline, not doubt. For a lot of Indian readers, the actual journey a headline takes isn't newsroom to reader. It's newsroom to social media, to a WhatsApp group, to a family member, to you. And by the time it arrives, the original headline might not even be attached anymore. And often, what arrives isn't just information. It's a persuasion technique. Share this before it's deleted. Forward to 10 people. That urgency isn't about the news. It's about the sharing. The forward is part of the story you're being told, not just the container it arrived in. One small, doable habit closes this whole arc out. Pay attention to where your attention goes. And if there's journalism, you genuinely value. Supporting it through a subscription, a membership, or simply choosing to return to it is a vote for a different set of incentives. In earlier episodes, we learned that money shapes what gets made. Attention does too. Choosing where yours goes is one lever every citizen actually has. And that's why this whole arc had to end here. So here's the whole arc in 5 lines. Episode 1: Journalism is supposed to hold power accountable. Episode 2: But journalism exists inside structures of ownership. Episode 3: Those structures run on money, and money creates incentives. Episode 4: New models are trying to change those incentives. Episode 5: None of it works if citizens just consume passively. A free press doesn't automatically produce an informed public. It gives the public the possibility of becoming one. The fourth pillar was never only about journalists doing their job, it was also about citizens doing theirs. What? Who? When? Why? Who else? Then yourself. We, the people.